Welcome. I'm the owner and proprietor of Hunning Brew Meadery. Hunning Brew uses only the finest natural honey, not that sludge you'll find at Golden Glow Estate. Take a look. Now, if you'll excuse me.
No offense, but you're not looking so good. Are you feeling ill? If you need to sample some of the finest mead in Skyrim, you're in the right place.
Cause trouble in what is it? What do you need?
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you. Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Codlac Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck. Blood on the wind today. Good hunt ahead of us. Codlac says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever. My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join. But I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Well, sounds like you've had quite the journey, Uthgar. But you were gone longer than usual. I got to thinking maybe you weren't coming back.
You sound like my ma. Figured I was lying dead in a field somewhere, is that it?
Thought did cross my mind, yeah. War brewing, talk of a riot in Helgen. That now jesters? Skyrim's gone mad, girl. You need to be careful out there.
Careful, huh? Thanks, Skullvar. I'll remember that. Yeah, right. Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Who told you to fight? Keep those hands up! Who taught you to fight? Keep those hands up!
Come on, show...
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on! You're just going to stand there and take it. Fight back! Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on,
show me what you've got.
You're just going to stand there and take it. Fight back! Fight! Fight!
Come on, let's see...
12 septims on the big one. Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. You're someone who can get things done. I like that. You've been talking to those companions? Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad, hardly old enough to grow his first chin hairs. I guess I thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. Good. Chat time's over.
A man like you needs a warhorse, I reckon. None of them's older than 9, and the youngest is 6. Now, the horse I got for sale is 7 years old, but in fine health. She's got a lot of spirit, that one. We've taken to calling her Queen Outsiger, or just Allie for short. I expect you can name her anything you like, once she's yours. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin. Ride strong.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Riverwood's in danger too. We better go on in. You'll find the Jarl in Dragon's Reach, at the top of the hill. Get away from me. They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own.
Beggar.
Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Jorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
I ain't asking for much, just a few seconds.
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. Long live the Empire.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. The finest weapons and armor. Blades, helmets, pretty much any... Not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing. Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. All right, then. I help my father in more ways than people realize. You think all the counsel my father provides the Jarl is his alone? Huh. Let's just say I advise the advisor, and leave it at that. This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. I'll take my leave then. Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps fitting, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time. I'm waiting. I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. I'll take my leave then. I help father in more ways than people realize. You think all the counsel my father provides the Jarl is his alone? Huh. Let's just say I advise the advisor, and leave it at that. You have talent. Keep working at your craft and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh? Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Jorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen. Could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in Jorvaskr, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Are you feeling all right, dear? You look a little ill.
Name's Olfina. And why shouldn't I? Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't mean I can't earn my own.
Frigates I can handle, but this talk of dragons?
I'm sorry I asked.
The world has gone mad, I say.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
Life's hard enough with all these men propositioning me. But that bard is the worst. That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Did you raise your prices, Carlotta?
I had to. The farmers are charging me double for the produce I sell.
Let me guess. They're saying it's because of this trouble with the Stormcloaks?
Exactly. Road patrols were cut in half because the Jarl needed soldiers. Now the bandits are bolder than ever. They've been raiding the farms for food, and supplies are scarcer than ever. Maybe I should sell swords and armor instead.
Maybe. But they wouldn't taste as good as a loaf of fresh-baked
I work
pumpernickel.
with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord
Ripe fruit
woman?
and fresh vegetables for sale. Straight from the fields and orchards of Whiterun to your table.
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Thanks for the business.
Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman, down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Good hunting.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Ah, old feet. How may I help you?
Got any sausages? I'm cooking a special breakfast for a friend, and they're his favorite.
Would your good friend be named John, by any chance? I've spied the two of you talking quite intimately.
Best you forget whatever you think you saw, Elf. Such idle talk can prove hazardous to one's health.
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl. Come and see my selection of the finest quality meats. Thank
Come on
you.
in.
Thank you.
Just stoke
no,
the fire.
Please.
Take a
Hold
seat
your
and get the
applause.
cold out.
One more song. What say you? Yeah? All right then. Now.
The security in Whiterun is
there
terrible.
once was a hero
Shameful
named
is what it
Ragnar the
is.
Red who came riding to Whiterun from Old Rorikstead.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling me into Isolda. Anyway, what do you need?
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he
Have
met
you
the
seen that
shield
shrine
maiden
of Asura?
Matilda, who said,
They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from
"Oh, you
Morrowind.
lie and you
Sight
drink
to
our
see.
mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." And so then
Magic is for the
crashing and
weak.
slashing of steel
Elves, I
as the
mean.
brave lass Matilda
They keep
dodged
to that
in
college in
conceal.
Winterhold. They know their place. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord.
Thank you, good patrons of the Bannered Mare. Thank you.
I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Let's sate that appetite, hmm? Need anything else? Just let me know. What can I get you? Sadia, dear?
Yes, Mum?
We're running low on the Blackbriar mead. In a couple of days, I'll have you make a run, fetch some more.
Oh, yes, Mum. I'll make sure it gets done. If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to... Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Don't even think about it.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. Whoa, hey there. I didn't mean to make you upset. On my honor, Carlotta won't have to worry about me again. Sure. What can I do for you? Only true Imperials request that one. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done.
Sadia, wake up, dear.
Drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with
You want a
Ulfric,
drink?
the killer of kings. On the day
Depends.
of your death,
Are you
we'll
thirsty?
drink and
Hungry?
we'll sing.
Both. Now please, no more flesh for you. That was just sitting there for the taking.
And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Need something?
Foolish old. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son, hmm? What of Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about
fresh from the
suffering.
wilds.
Still warm
Your
from
son
the
chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
That's
right. Do you believe this old...
But I've got a right to browse, don't I? I ain't hurt.
Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it,
God smile on
your
those
stupid son is dead.
that you remember.
He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he... It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of fish and fowl? Treat yourself and your
You
kin
look
to a
worse
choice
than
cut
I
steak
feel.
or a tender
Ripe
rack of
fruit
ribs.
and fresh vegetables.
There's a rift here in Skyrim. Can't neither magic nor the passing of time make it right.
Hello? Lately it seems I am more nurse than priestess, tending to those who have suffered, both in mind and body, from this terrible war. The Gildergreen, yes. It's a bit of an eyesore at the moment. More of a problem for the pilgrims than for me, but not many of them around anymore.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it, not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the hag-ravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Be glad you're here in the city and not out in Riverwood. Those poor sods don't
So,
even
have you
have
gotten
a wall.
Nettlebane back from those filthy hagravens yet?
Ripe fruit and fresh vegetables for sale.
Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. It's an old tree, very old. They say it was a seedling when the first men were arriving from Atmora, thousands of years ago. The sap is precious. It can restore barren fields or bring life to rocks. I can use it to repair the Gildergreen, so we can worship properly again. May Kinareth's winds blow you to fortune.
How do you feel? Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. Remember, Fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
I ain't done nothing.
Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stock.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Nay, worse than nothing. The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor against its own
Come
people.
to Olava for a reading. Did you?
So
Sorry,
rise
Pop.
up,
But I'm not
rise up, children of
Oh,
the
I tell the
Empire.
future, all right.
Rise.
Up to the task, that is. But I'm afraid my energies haven't quite peaked yet.
He who is born. Man and divine. For we are the children of man, and we shall inherit both heavens and earth. And we, not the elves or their toadies, will rule Skyrim forever! Terrible and powerful Talos, we, your unworthy servants, give praise, for only through your grace and benevolence
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thief's den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's
or
trade.
you can keep your wife.
Need more
If you
experience if
set
I'm going
foot
to run
outside that
someday.
gate, I won't be here when you return.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common then. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. I can teach you a few things. Wait, Divine smile on you, friend.
Listen. Your children. Your very lives.
Get away from me. Forget Solitude or Windhelm. Whiterun was the crown jewel of Skyrim before... well, before... never mind.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. Ah, a letter from the Jarl. Moving up in the world, eh? Looks like that's it. Got to go. Nope. Sorry.